Hi and welcome to Parshas Vayigash, and this week is a beautiful Parsha, lots of emotions and things going on, and we see everything is based on davening, on tefillah. Vayigash Elav Yehidu means that Yehidah davened. We see also in Svarim, the Nesiv Shulam brings it down, and others, Biadoini means the Chaylik Elekay Mimal, the person has a piece of Hashem in him, that from where he operates. If anybody watches my statuses during the week, I put, this was a saying from one of the tzaddikim that I've learned, and if someone says I can, or even if it says I can't, is also heresy. It's meaning because we operate through Hashem, so a person can do whatever he needs to do with Hashem. Can't say I can't do it, because with tefillah, vayigash, with tefillah, you can get to anything. So I was, I was thinking, Vayigash Elav Yehidu. Yehidah goes around, every Yid is called Yehidu. And what is the reason that the Yid is called Yehidah? Yid is a allusion from Haidua, from thanking, and Moide, being Moide, that yes, we are Yid. We have the Chaylik Elekay Mimal in us that we operate from, that we can tap into and work with. So there's no I can or I can't. Be Idoini, it's in me. Yidabenu, and start talking things that you need. Sometimes it might be painful. I do get a chance to talk to a lot of people, especially the ones that are going through crisis or trauma and pain. And I must say, it's not the first time, many times that they come up to me, and especially when they're struggling with children, with kids, or with any family members or unhealthy people in the close family, and they tell me, you don't know what I'm going through. And I say, yes, you are correct, I don't know. Meaning, I don't know means I cannot feel your pain, it's not possible. This is the reason when Loileni we go to be Menachem with someone, we don't talk, because we're just there for them. We hold space. And I hear it constantly. I was hearing it this week from a father that has a child who is struggling, and it's painful to hear. But we have one thing, Vayigash, we can get closer to ourselves and closer to Hashem, to the part of Hashem which is in us. And when we daven because Gam ki elech v'geitzalmuvas, Hashem is with us also in pain. And when we daven, we don't daven only for ourselves, we also daven for Hashem that He's also in pain with you. I told a story, and I told it many times for people, which I once heard in the name of the Lubavitcher Rebbe, that he had one of his gaboim, one of his secretaries, that the end of the day he saw he was sweating and huffing and puffing and just dilapidated, no koiches anymore. He asked him what's going on. The Rabbi asked him what's going on. He says, can I listen all day to all of this, what's going on? So the Rebbe dismissed him from his job. Why? Because he told him, when you go to a doctor and he's there with his uniform, his stethoscope and his white jacket, you're coming to him because you're feeling some sort of support that this is a doctor. We cannot always go the same clothing as the patient, because then the patient will not have trust. So I'm just voicing it to, yes, we never can understand in general. Nobody can understand someone else's pain. We always have to be there for them. And when we daven for ourselves, we daven for someone else. And that is the power of davening. I always have people ask me, when I tell them, well, Hashem didn't give me enough chokhmah bina v'das in order to go through this, what I'm going through. So I asked them, do you believe in your davening that you daven 3 times a day atur choinen? What do you think it's there for? Especially one of the first brachas in Shmoyne Esrei, that in order for you to get, and if you believe that your tefillahs are getting answered, then you will be getting the tefillah that you need and the chokhmah bina v'das to go through the crisis. It's okay to ask others, but then at the end of the day, a person has to make a decision for himself, and not to say, what does Hashem wants from you? Hashem wants you to say at the choinen, get the das, and do what you're supposed to do. Talking about tefillas, just a father told me of a story that their child was davening for another child, and the child that was davening is a child that is not, we call them kips, let's say, that is not the one that fits into the family as others would say. They do fit in because with heart and with love, everybody fits in. It's not about the uniform. The uniform does not make the person. However, just to say how the chaylik elikai mimal that is in a person, no matter how, that this child davened for the other child, that should find their shidduch. And after 40 days of davening, in her way, everybody can daven in their way, what they want. The main thing is, it's from your heart. Your intention is pure. And you're connecting to the Adoni, to the godliness that's in you, that we all have, no matter what uniform we go, who we are. So let's daven for ourselves, daven for the Shechina, daven for other people that are suffering or going through crisis. And in this chis, we shall all be helped with refias, yeshias, brachas, shidduchim, and lots of nachas from ourselves and from our children. Good Shabbos.